Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach and I will be your guys' host for the day. Today we are going to be talking about how to murder your current self and step into the version of yourself who has your dreams, goals, aspirations, interests, hobbies, whatever the heck you guys are wanting to get. So basically, if you feel like you can't stick with shit for more than 2 weeks, then I urge you to continue watching this video. As always, here are the chapters outlining today's video, and yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. If you guys would like to grab a copy of my personal development book on developing your manifestation skills, then the link for that will be in the description. As well, if you guys would like to work on your charisma and create engaging and exuberant conversations, then I recommend you guys watch this video up here. Hi sisters! Chapter 1, aka my qualifications. I wanted to add a little section into the beginning that basically went over why I'm qualified to give you guys the advice on this topic. Personally, what I learned is that I'm just not very much of the do as I say, not as I do person. Within the past 2.5 years, since I had started my own personal development journey, I have lost 120 pounds.
I took over a year off and cut you bitches some slack.
I have written my own personal development book in 6 months. I have learned how to code 2 different programming languages. I journal and meditate daily, all of which I did while having 2 jobs, going to school, and balancing my social life. Whether or not that was like healthy, but I'm not trying to say any of this to gloat, brag, or even stroke my ego half the time, but like,
Even though.
no, I'm kidding. I'm saying this to show you guys and portray that it is genuinely possible to change the course of your life. I always grew up being the overweight one, being the one where people literally would categorize me as the ugly fat kid, being the person who wanted so much out of their life but literally felt like it was just like impossible to even make a change. So why am I making this video today? For me personally, especially like I said, growing up, I was always labeled. I, in general, was not confident in my character. I did not like who I was. I was not very happy with the current life that I chose to live. And at the end of the day, what kind of really got to me was the fact that no matter what I did, no matter what weight loss journey I tried to go on, no matter what changes in my habits and lifestyles I tried to add on to myself, I could never, ever, ever break this almost wall where it was like after 2 weeks, I would just relapse and go back into my old life and habits. That to me just genuinely made me depressed because I was just like, why can't I have this? Why can't I be different? Why can't I change? Why is it that everyone around me was born this way and I'm just sitting here given an unfair advantage? Like, really? For me, being able to reinvent my lifestyle, reinvent my character, and kind of craft this new life for myself was truly the most fulfilling, fundamentally rewarding aspects of my life. To be able to have the opportunity to share that, and even if just one person takes away from this and they have the opportunity and go on exactly the same journey and path that I did, literally just like, I don't know, just make it all worth it. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's officially get into the next chapter. Chapter number 2, identity and mindset. One of the biggest and most important things that I learned in this journey of creating a new lifestyle for myself was to form it into my identity and my character. Instead of creating a goal to, lose weight, view yourself as someone who consistently goes to the gym, who is healthy, who wants to do this, and who is doing it. You have to close the gap between your desired self and your current self, and to do that, it all starts in the mind. Easy ways to do this could be using affirmations such as I am healthy, I love going to the gym, I consistently go to the gym. Because basically the entire reason behind this is because you want to ingrain into your subconscious that you are someone who does this, so that it is therefore not something that is all the way up here and you view as, practically impossible, and instead it is something that you can view as very easily attainable and achievable. You have to start viewing yourself as if you are the person who has what it is you desire, or at least can very easily have it, instead of making it this massive Mount Everest of a climb to be able to achieve. You need to focus on being consistent rather than trying to always execute perfection. Overall, when you enter this new era of your life and you are trying something new, you are trying to lose weight again, you are trying to develop your skills and passions. Say, you're an artist and you're going into it thinking you're going to paint the next Mona Lisa immediately, you will literally sit there and set yourself up for failure. Typically, when we fail, we choose to give up because therefore we start to view the task as impossible or the task as, incredibly hard. Choosing to adopt a growth mindset and instead looking at this inevitable failure as a time to reflect and almost strategically grow will allow you to be consistent and make steady progress. Even if it's one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, that is more than doing nothing. This one for me really came in clutch, especially when I kind of lacked that motivation and sometimes even discipline to be able to do it. But what you have to do is emphasize on loving the process instead of focusing on the outcome. When you choose to love the process and you almost genuinely start to look forward to it, it becomes that much easier to consistently do. Say one of your goals is you lose weight and kind of enter this stage of your life where you are healthy and you have your desired body. What you want to do is reprogram your mindset to basically take whatever it is that you do not like and reprogram it into something that you do like. You want to increase your experience so that you enjoy it more, whether it is honing your technique, blasting your favorite music, experimenting, going with a friend, literally doing anything that allows you to enjoy the process more and will make you that much more excited to do it next time will be what keeps you consistent and makes you want to do it again. Lastly, for the mindset shifts, I would say get uncomfortable when you're not doing it. This one is a little bit more harsh, but what I would say for this is to truly zoom out and look at your life. Regardless of if you are 15, 32, 65, 98, you still have time. Getting uncomfortable with not doing it means looking at your life and understanding what it truly means for you to live the rest of your life never achieving and having what it is you want. You need to stop choosing to escape the life that you are currently living and instead work your freaking leap off to make your life a paradise. Chapter number 3, this is manifestation and routines. For the first point, we have understand and use the law of least effort strategically. The law of least effort states that people will tend to gravitate towards whatever option is naturally the most easiest for them to pick. Basically, whatever option requires the least amount of work. Try to understand your character and learn what parts of the process that you genuinely dread and do not look forward to so that you can either eliminate them or at least make them as enjoyable as possible. To use this technique, you basically want to analyze whatever it is that you are doing and whatever it is that you want to have and do, and basically strategically make it as easy as possible for you to do it with the least amount of resistance against it. For example, when you are deciding to go to the gym, maybe if you wanted to go first thing in the morning, you decide the night before that you're going to lay out your earbuds, you're going to prepare your outfit, and you're even going to make your water bottle and everything right then and there next to your bed so that the minute you wake up, you can do whatever it is you need to do in the morning for your routine, and then all of your stuff is right then and there for you to grab and walk out the door. Even if it's automating certain tasks or minimizing the available choices, do whatever you can so that even on the days where you're not in the mood of working hard, you can still show up and be consistent. Visualize and experience your desired results. What would it feel like to achieve your desire? How would you genuinely feel if you woke up tomorrow and you already had your desired body? How would you feel if you completed your dream book series? How would you feel if you started that business you've always wanted to try? How would you feel if you developed your skills and could now apply for higher paying jobs? Visualize yourself with your results in the best imaginable way possible. This again closes that gap between your current self and your desired self, and therefore will begin to attract your desire manifestationally, and on top of that, it will also keep your motivation and your discipline going strong, which will curb your want to quit and give up and go back into your previous life and lifestyle. And lastly, guys, create a new system. Most people, when they decide that they want to start going to the gym or going after this new goal in their life, like saying learning how to code and create a website, usually do it when it is most convenient for them in their day. While this will work for most people on the short term, this is not sustainable long term, and you will not be consistent because at the end of the day, we are not perfect and we are not always going to be motivated, and we are not always going to have our schedule just be completely open. Due to the fact that this person has not set a consistent routine and system down, the minute that the going gets tough and the minute that something pops up and the minute that they aren't motivated or aren't disciplined, they immediately will start to create excuses and be like, oh, well, it's just not convenient for my day, or there just wasn't enough time, or I was tired. And this is usually the stage in the process that that person now begins to quit or give up or believe it to be too hard to even go after. Because of this, you need to design a system that you as a character can be consistent with and will work for you long term. You want your routine to be so consistent to the point where you don't even think, oh, am I going to do this today? It's a part of your routine. It is something that you just naturally do every single day. And unless you are exhausted, burnt out, or whatever, there's no reason for you just not to do it. So for me, for example, every single morning I wake up and I immediately usually get my breakfast and my coffee, and then watch a show or a little bit of a movie for kind of like 15 to 25 minutes. And then immediately right after that, if I have any available schoolwork, I will immediately start working on that and doing all my assignments and doing my quizzes and exams and getting that over with. And then right after that, I will take a shower and do my skincare routine, just getting ready for the day. Since I kind of have curlier hair, it kind of takes my hair usually an hour to an hour and a half to dry. So during that time where it's drying and I can't really like leave to go to the gym or something, I immediately start kind of working on more of my passion projects. Then the minute that my hair is dry and that kind of hour and a half is kind of up, I have a little bit of free time to kind of decide what I want to do. And usually during that time, I will therefore choose to go to the gym. And because of this, I wake up every single day knowing that this is what I'm doing, this is my structured routine. And even if, you know, I go on vacation for a week and I come back and then I'm like, oh my God, I feel lost. Like, I have this routine and system put in place that I can immediately come back to that allows me to get right back on track with my goals, my aspirations, my visions. And then I even have times in the day where, like, right before bed, I have my reflection period. So, you know, I meditate for a little while, I do my nightly skincare routine, and then I also journal. I have that set in stone so that I have the flexibility and the concrete routine that will basically bring me what I desire long term. That's it for today's video, guys. I am so happy to be able to share this with you. I hope that you guys kind of took away at least one or two things that might be important for you, and I hope that you guys at least found this post valuable, or if not, at least entertaining. I'm gonna be cringy and say, you know, please like and subscribe, turn on that little bell thingy. Also, you guys can say hi to Banan. He was in my last video as well. He will be one of my new partners in this collaborative effort that we are doing. If you guys have any comments or suggestions for feedback, please do not hesitate to leave them below. I check all my comments and I usually reply to most of them. So yeah, and without further ado, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.